She says, please come in, please come in. So she calls, the aide answers the phone, and he says, Tom, he says, a 2-star general came in an hour ago, kind of unexpected and everything, so General Espinat cannot see you. I said, that's fine, that's okay, we're here. So could you call him tomorrow at 3 o'clock or so? And I says, I'd be honored. Yeah, okay, here's the number, please call. So the very next day I called him at $1,500, okay? And he says, you're the first person that knew Wilson, okay, and knew what happened to him. And, you know, can you tell me what you all did in Vietnam and all the other stuff and everything? This general was like 56 years old or whatever, 1-star general and all that. And he said, we'd be honored to have you come next year and address the whole place, okay, and who Wilson was, and this building, and is his honor, and all the other. And I said, I'd be honored. I can come and everything. And in those days, I had some pictures. And anyways, so he turns on, and I said, we talked from 3 o'clock to 3:45, 45 minutes to a first lieutenant and a 1-star general. He's talking just like we talk. I mean, I couldn't believe, he reminded me of General Landis, George Landis, my company commander and everything. And I said, I asked him 3 times, I said, if you got other calls coming in, you got people to talk to, don't worry about me, you know, just do what you got to do. He says, you know, so we're all set. The following February, I call up a month ahead of time. The colonel, still the same colonel as aide and everything, and he says, Tom, we got a problem. We don't know where we're going to be next month, let alone next week. We got sinkholes in our building. What? The building was put together in 2003, okay, and sometime I'll show you, I got pictures. It is spectacular, it's huge. I mean, it's unbelievable. So we don't know where we're going to be, so we'll have to do it down the road. General Espinat, okay, gets promoted to 2-star Major General, okay? He's up at Fort Bragg a couple months later running with the troops and everything, and drops dead of a heart attack. Drops dead of a heart attack and everything, so. But the colonel that got the reserve unit dedicated to Wilson, and I got his Dale Zing or something like that. I got his number and everything. He was a colonel down in Orlando, and he's the one. He was his roommate. He was another member of the 64th Transportation in Vietnam. And when Wilson got killed, he was on R&R in Hawaii with his wife or girlfriend or whatever the heck. So he was not aware of anything that happened. He comes back and Wilson's dead and everything. So, but that was, I'm sorry, but it's just, hey, it was just, the guy did everything, and that's one of the things, and that's why I always said, when I did the boys' Latin school, and I never got to finish that with him, but he said, what did he do? Us lieutenants, we run the middle of the convoy, make sure the guys spread out, but when the stuff hits the fan, we go to the back, we make sure we help police, everybody comes up. And that's exactly what Wilson did. He's in the middle of the convoy, because that's where I saw him and everything, miles before, okay? He turned around and come back, okay? And he's right at the back of the convoy bringing in, he just had the mortar hit his Jeep and everything, and in that, so, but, I just felt so sorry for his family. I did not know you could pull all that stuff. I'm not super computer literate. When I was in, with Chrysler Corporation, yeah, you did stuff, but I was in my lawn business 25 years, and I did a handwritten note to 40 customers every month, okay? I didn't do anything but a computer and all that, so, but accomplished the mission and welfare of the troops, and that's just what he did. And they basically, the plaque they have and everything, they kind of highlight some of that. He was taking care of his guys and that. So,
How old was he?
He was my age. He's a month older than me. I'm 77. His birthday was in May. My birthday's in May. His birthday's April. I'm in May of 44. He was May of 40 or April of 44 and everything. So we did, yeah. I noticed that, but yeah, but he was just a nice guy to be with, to have a beer with, okay, and talk and everything. And you know, hey, we're all there. You know, 67, 68. You know, my company that I was in, we had 3 shakedown inspections. Okay, we got 5 officers, okay, 3 lieutenants, a warrant officer, and a captain, and we got 4 sergeants, okay, all real good sergeants, all first-class people in a major. So 6 sergeants, okay. We never found any drugs or anything. We had nothing. There was no drugs. We didn't have any drug problem, okay? It all came 69 and afterwards, and we heard, you know, we see that. And never had, you know, whatever the hell happened. The only thing we had was in mess hall, or in mess hall, sick hall, in the morning, we might have 2 or 3 guys that were downtown with the girls and didn't be protected and all that kind of stuff. And that's the only thing we really had, and took care of the guys and everything. The first sergeant would come in on a Friday, every Friday, and we give him like $5, each one of us, okay? And he would take that and he'd give it to the mess sergeant. The mess sergeant would go get a couple extra bottles of the good whiskey, and he'd go to, you know, breakdown center, okay, and he'd get, we didn't get, you know, enough steaks for the 180 of us. We got enough for maybe twice that, and he would marinate them all Saturday and all Sunday, okay. And we had a nice compound. They had a movie screen and everything. We got to see that and everything. So, and I think beer's what, 10 cents a piece, or I don't know what that was, even if we, whatever it was. So, but yeah, it was, you know, I'm proud of doing that. And you know, we talked the other day about, but when I had all these communication people and knew what was going to happen, and then now I'm up to like 5 guys that had told me since 2016. I said that kind of, you know, you want to say, you know, maybe I might have been had a good career, but my wife, you just met her just briefly the other day, but I'm blessed. She's the greatest person in the world, and to have 2 great daughters, 2 great son-in-laws, 2 and in-law families. You know, what more do you want? I mean, you're here for, well, 77 years. Okay, if I make it another 10 or 12, whatever the heck it is. So, but I want to thank you, because what you're doing for us. Okay, I might get carried away, but there's so many guys, and I think I told you, I met people from Arlington and Fort Myers that do this for a living, with the PTSD guys and all the other. There's so many guys that if they got together and just talked about it, okay, they might not have a big chip in their shoulder, they might not be, you know, so negative in a lot of things and everything, and just, hey, it happened, we were there and everything. Yes, I'm proud of doing that. You know, I thought we were doing that the right thing and everything, and most people did, okay? And hey, but if I get some more people, but you know, to help you and everything, so however long it takes you to put everything together, you know, that's fine. We know it's going to be a while, but the more people you can talk, and I mean, I did talk a bit and everything, and you can cut it 90% off or whatever. So I didn't have any problem at all. I just, because here I was, what happened? what we're doing in convoy, we're up at, if you're a convoy, you're 4 o'clock, okay, you have the briefing, okay, you go back and get a bite to eat, breakfast if you want, whatever. Then you went around to some of the areas where you had to pick up some of the stuff and everything. So the roads were, the only time we would have a problem with the traffic on that was when we had night loading operation, and it started at 6 o'clock at night. So there was traffic in the town and everything, but you know, by the time 11 o'clock or the rest of the night, there wouldn't be hardly anybody. But we would come through the town, and it was always me and my Jeep first, and I was usually sitting in the back with a machine gun, and then I got usually 12 to 15 tractors, and we're running through the town, and once in a while there'd be a herd of wild dogs, okay, and shit, we'd try to bypass them in a Jeep, but the guys in the trucks, so shit, you can't, you know, they run them over. So by the time we come back 2 hours later, no dogs. They were already gone. They picked them up and everything for food and all that stuff and everything, but the roads up in the Highlands, okay, and I only lost one driver in the year I was there. He tipped over a tractor trailer, and he had a load of lumber. You know how the lumber sits way up and everything? Well, he tipped the thing over, and I went to see, I saw his first sergeant was the 597, the same company that I defended the 2 sergeants, okay, and black market and all that. The first sergeant, I said, I'm very sorry. He said, Lieutenant, it's my fault. He says he's already had 3 accidents. That's his 4th accident. He never should have been driving a tractor trailer. He just didn't have good sense, okay, and you know, reaction and everything. And I should have left him in a gun truck and everything, but a lot of guys were, you know, you'd have to stand up most of the time in a gun truck, okay? And when we first got there, we had the gun trucks, when we made the gun trucks, the guys got M60s, but you can't go down like this here. You can't, you know, in case Charlie's next to your truck, well, shit, he's got you. So we had Thompson submachine guns. Huh? Wow. We had Thompson submachine guns. So yeah, so we had them for, I don't know, a week, couple weeks, maybe in a month, and then one of the guys dropped the thing in the back, okay, and almost killed him and the other guy too and everything when the thing just took off. So, but the roads up in the Highlands, okay, from especially on K 2000, that's the worst. And the roads were crowned because the water had to run off and everything, but we had a lot of the roads that were, but the fenders would be falling off, and that's what these other guys in the other companies said, Lieutenant helps chain up the fenders and doing all this stuff and everything. So, but as far as, I didn't go into town much at all. I didn't do any of that. Days